Award-winning actor Skylan Brooks is best known for his co-starring role in The Darkest Minds with Amanda Steinberg and as Ra Kipping in the hit Netflix series The Get Down. The young actor thrills audiences in his latest, the sci-fi thriller Outsiders, scheduled to premiere in the fall of 2022. The Chicago Defender spoke to the young actor on his rising star in Hollywood, his love of music, and why the character in The Outsiders was deeply personal. How are you? Thank you so much for talking to the Defender.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Well, I got to ask you, I kind of want to know what got you, how did you know acting is what you wanted to pursue as a career? When did you?
For me, I didn't really know. I felt like it was something that I'm good at, so maybe I should pursue it. But my parents put me in a whole bunch of stuff, sports, theater, acting, dancing, and it just kind of took off for me. I did an audition for a Kool-Aid commercial, and then the Kool-Aid commercial kept going, and then that's when I knew. I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah. So did you start acting like fresh out of high school?
No, I was acting when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
Classes. I mean, probably around 6, 7. I've been in the space.
Mm-hmm. So I always love to ask actors this, what do you love most about the craft?
Actually the work, putting in the work and actually getting to that end result. Like even now, like there's so much that I've learned to get comfortable at first with the process, but now it's like actually taking the time to actually understand the psyche of the character and kind of like, your dad in the sense, like, the psychology of it, so that for me is the most fun and like actually feeling like I'm reaching and touching somebody through the character.
Yeah. Well, tell me about The Outsiders. It keeps you on edge a little bit.
Yeah. The Outsiders is a film that goes from the perspective of a young boy who's in high school, and through his past, he's forced with his family to move to a new town and get accustomed to a kind of a new way of life, and new high school, a new lease on life. And through him meeting who becomes his girlfriend at the time, something happens and he's forced to be looked at as a criminal in a sense by the townsfolk. And he has only 3 days to prove his innocence before he's thrown away with the lock and key.
Yeah. One of the things that I found interesting, even though this is, kind of a sci-fi thriller, there's some elements in this story that kind of reflect real life. Was that a challenge for you as an actor? And how did you approach some of those real life elements in this thriller?
That's actually what drew me to the character, in a sense, drew me to the film. Because it handled the situation and spoke on it from the lens of an understanding and not wanting you to pick anybody's side. It's just giving you the situation itself. And so it had an intellectualness to it. So I thought it was interesting and it didn't come off too abrasive. And, it's funny actually hearing some of the responses is like, it's like two sides. Like some people are like, oh, this is spurring up a conversation and we got past this already. And then it's giving another response where it's like, wow, I'm glad we got to see it from this lens. And it gives more depth into the psyche of both sides, what's happening. So that's exactly why I wanted to do this film. And I felt like I could bring something to it that, I relate in a way. So for sure.
Yeah, as I was literally kind of thinking about my own, I have 2 teenage sons, and I was just like, some of this stuff could actually, go down,
Right.
Exactly. So it did give me moments of pause. What you've done so much in a very short amount of time. My dad always says it's nothing better than being a working actor.
Oh, man. Yeah,
So I gotta ask you, what's next for you? What do you have upcoming? What are you guys working on?
So since the pandemic, it spurred me into, what do I really want, from myself, or like what do I want to really accomplish coming down the line. And I started writing scripts and like developing movies and shows, and my own movie that I'm writing right now is in development. It's a sci-fi mystery thriller. So it inspired by doing Outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that I work with, Del Mar and Tucker Morgan, who wrote Outsiders. And that's my own personal thing. I'm developing, executive producing another show called Dope Dealer. And yeah, this one, woo! I love this show. It's going to cover a lot about an epidemic in the medical field that's happening right now. So,
wow.
Yeah, so that one I'm excited to get pushed out there, and then I'm working on a hip hop jazz album with 1500. Shout out Husta Rob, my man. Working with them on this jazz hip hop album, fusion with neo soul, and partnering with Gala Games with Snoop Dogg, who is he has an NFT album. He's on the crypto wave. So
wow.
I'm excited to go and make some music and partner up with them.
So you're what my dad would call a triple threat.
I don't play with him. I don't play.
I love it. So we continue to wish you 100% all the success in all of those different arenas. You got your hands in music, NFTs, crypto.
Doing the whole thing. But thank you for having me. For real, I appreciate it.
This is Danielle Sanders with the Chicago Defender.